Hello, and welcome to today's talk on picking your HSC subjects. I'm Jesse Whelan, founder and director of learning of Sandbox Learning. Today, helping you answer three questions. How many units should you do? What subject areas? Maybe more science, maybe more humanities, maybe more of the kind of dramatic or creative. And thirdly, what level of that subject, particularly for English and maths, which have a variety of levels. To help answer those questions, we're going to have four things we consider. The level of workload, what do you love and what are you good at, any university and TAFE requirements, and lastly, should always come last, not first, scaling. Getting into it then. The first one, workload, right? The way the ATARs are calculated, you need to have your 10 best units. On average, each course is 2. Some of the extension ones are only 1, but that means 5, 6 subjects, right? What you could do is just do 5 subjects and then have a reduced workload. The risk with that is if you don't do so well in one of those, you've got no margin of safety. They're all going to have to count. Whereas if you do that extra subject or some extension ones and you have 12 units, then if 1 or 2 don't go so well, you've got that buffer, right? The key principle here is you can always drop back if things are a bit too challenging later on, but you can't pick up subjects later on. We also advise that unless you've accelerated or are really, really committed and focusing on it, 13 and up is really not advised. The last major point is we highly, highly recommend keeping major works to 2 or fewer, right? Doing more than that when they're all due late at the same time is a recipe for disaster. The second point is picking what you love and also what you're good at. And the reason is if you're interested in something, you're going to work harder. As you work harder, you're going to improve and do better. And then as you do better, you're going to get better results. If you love it, do it, and worry about the scaling at the end. Too many students I speak to have picked a subject just because it scales really well, have no real interest, don't put in the effort, and then lo and behold, they do terribly. Don't worry about the scaling, focus on what you enjoy. The third requirement is about uni or TAFE. A lot of universities in particular have moved away from formal prerequisites, but there's still a lot of assumed knowledge involved. Imagine if you try to go and do science or engineering at uni, which requires some advanced maths, particularly calculus. Well, although you can get into those courses only doing standard maths, you're going to make life really tough for yourself. Although bridging courses are available, that'll take up your summer. It also condenses kind of 2 years of maths into, the summer. So it's really, really difficult to absorb all that information at that time. In the end, it's really a balance. Do you want to make life a little bit harder doing those more advanced subjects during HSC? And then not have to do the bridging courses, or do you want to kind of have an easier run potentially during HSC, but make life a lot tougher at uni? The last thing, and this is what you should come to right at the end if you're tossing up between a couple of different ones, you love them, you're going to do really well, they have similar uni requirements, then we get to scaling. And so there's a whole video that I've done on scaling and how it works. But essentially, right, if you have 2 things, you want to, and they're kind of roughly equal, pick the one that scales better. What's important about ATAR is a rank, not a score. And so scaling is involved to help compare, one school that might have hard assessments with another school that has easy assessments, one subject which is more difficult on average for students with a subject that is easier. So if you're interested in more of that, either check out the blog that's listed there or find the YouTube video that I've done. So let's put it all together into some final recommendations. In terms of the first question, well, we recommend 11 or 12 units for year 12, right? Doing more than that is going to really overload you. Doing 10, the bare minimum, going to leave you pretty exposed in case you have a bad exam day, pretty much. In terms of which subjects, do the ones that you enjoy and that you're going to work hard for. Then also, if there are university courses or TAFE courses that you're looking forward to, do the ones that'll help you for those. For the last one, in terms of subject levels, have a look at what we talk about for scaling, but for English, we really suggest doing at least advanced, right? Particularly because of the scaling impacts. For math, do the highest level that you need relative to any kind of courses you want to get into, but also what you like and can handle. For any other subjects, really the advice is do what you love. So I hope that has been helpful in helping you think about what HSC subjects you should be doing. For more tips on the HSC, ATAR, and study tips in general, check us out. We've got blog articles at our website there, as well as many YouTube videos.